3 upstairs. It's got it's controlled by the return temperature. The only way to adjust this area is with the computer system.
Okay.
The gym is the same way. There's no actual thermostat in the gym. It's based on return temperature control. You'll also find the exact same setup in the Unit 10s in the other buildings. So there's no actual physical thermostat in this space. We have a thermostat right over here. We can show how it works.
Okay.
And there are a few areas that has like multiple VAV boxes and only one thermostat that controls the whole group. One of those areas is right up here. On the backside of this door, there's 4 VAV boxes that work the area, only one thermostat. That way they're not fighting with each other.
The gym, the dance studio.
Yeah, kind of that thermostat right here. And these are all of our wireless thermostats. They take 2 AA batteries. The batteries will supposedly last about 4 years. Y'all know about all of those. You got them in other places. There's a little bitty dot on the wheel right here, which straight up is 72 degrees. All the way to the plus is 75. All the way to the minus is like 67. And it's got a little bit of a dead band in it where the heating and cooling is 2 degrees apart. So it's not constantly racking between heating and cooling back and forth. There is no heat or cool. It does both simultaneously. So you're pretty much telling it, I want this temperature, and it goes between heating and cooling automatically. It changes the amount of air in the room and the temperature of the air based on whatever you're telling it you want. So if you, like right now we're on 72, if you want it as cold as possible, you slowly turn it and it stops about even with the negative, or it stops about where the plus sign is. If you try to jam it past that, it's just going to break them, and it's just not going to work correctly. So it's just kind of like I tell everybody, start it off in the middle, especially teachers in the classrooms, and let it stay. And they do not adjust fast. Like it's not like if you turn it all the way to the negative, you're not going to all of a sudden just feel cold air like the unit at your house. It does take a little while. There's processes that it does, and it tries to slowly bring the temperature to where you want it. So it may take 5-10 minutes to make that 5-degree drop in the room. It's not going to do it instantly. It's going to slowly do it. You shouldn't even hear a change. I mean, there's going to be no sound changes, no anything. They constantly blow air no matter what's going on, and it's just, like I said, it just changes the temperature and how much air. So, like I said, start straight up and then slowly move it, to where you feel comfortable. So, move it halfway. If you're still hot, then you put it all the way down. And the worst thing you can do with them is just to constantly, I'm hot, all the way to the negative. Now I'm cold, all the way to the positive. It's better if you can try to find and just leave them in that one spot where you're comfortable. And that's how they work the best. This is the same thermostat that you will find in every building throughout the whole campus. There's about 30 or so in this building. There's about 50 in the other buildings. But they're all pretty much exactly the same thing.
In the classrooms, are they going to be covered?
No, they're not. But they can lock them out if they see they're being abused.
Yeah.
Or they can change the range of that temperature where they can go all the way plus, all the way negative. It's only like a 3-degree swing or a 2-degree or 1-degree swing.
We didn't, covers was an option on this. I don't think Ms. McCann wanted covers on them. She was pretty confident that the kids wasn't going to fool her. We don't have them at Baton Rouge High, and we have really had no issues with the kids doing this. It does really not become an issue.
This is my first year in magnet school, so
Yeah.
I'm used to the.
Yeah.
One question, is there a physical indicator on here that tells you that you're getting a low battery?
It will show up on your system, but not locally.
Not here, okay.
They can, if if they think there's a problem, you can hit the button, and you'll see those little lights start flashing. That's the communication light.
Right.
It'll be very, very dim whenever
You're getting a low battery.
the batteries like still getting low. They're real dim, but by the time the light would be dim, you'd already got the alarm. And it's just gonna show up on your system as an SA.
There is a set
Yeah, the set point is
there that you
72.
gotta
It's a set point of 72 with a plus or minus of like 5 degrees from that. So all the way to the negative is -5 from 72 or +5 from 72.
I think what you're asking is if you're controlling it from the
If they
computer.
wanna change, if that needs to be changed, are you gonna change that or no?
He can,
No, I can change
it's
it,
all
but I
fully
mean, 5
adjustable with
degrees
him.
and 72 should get you where you
Yeah,
need to
so I
be.
mean, you're pretty much going,
You never
you're
know.
pretty much going 67 to 77 degree
Right.
range. If that middle number needs to be raised or lowered at 72, that starting point, he can fully adjust that starting point to be whatever number he feels is working
Right.
better for the area. He can also change that +5, -5 in
Make it tighter.
to make it tighter. So if he sees there's somebody constantly